All right, good evening. David Kuby and Bear Woods Photography. And on our last workshop, and on every one of our workshops, we always get asked a question as to how we import images into Lightroom. I think the idea of catalogs and everything really confuses everybody. And I've been doing the same thing when I was using Photoshop as I do with Lightroom. I create a folder on an external drive, and then I copy the images to that folder. And then when I import it into Lightroom, I simply add the images at their current location. And I'll show you that in a second. But went out and shot the brand new 24mm f2.8 Sony full frame lens that Tamron released recently. I got mine today, so I ran out to photograph some waterfalls. And I want to go ahead and import these images into the computer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the first image. I'm not worried about these other files from 1110. We're going from 1122 and all the way down. So I click on the first one, then I hold the Shift key on a PC down, and it highlights in blue all of those files. And I'm just going to simply hold my left mouse down, drag it over, and it copies them to that folder that I created. As you see up here, it's Amicalola Falls 11/22/19. It's on my external drive. I don't have any of the raw files on my computer. They're all on external drives, and I make a backup, so I've always got two copies of them. The only images that are on my computer are actually images that I have already processed. So we'll show you that in another video. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this. I'm going to reach down here and pull out my card. I'm going to make this full screen, and I'm going to open up Lightroom. I'm using Lightroom Classic CC. I've been using it for a couple years now, really enjoy it. I need to learn a little more on some of the Photoshop stuff, but I use Lightroom for my primary processing. So the first thing I'm going to do to import them is I go to Library, which is already selected. And as soon as it finishes loading, I can do this. Da, 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 da. Come on. Okay, there we go. Almost. Yep, everything is there now. So now it's on Library. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select Import. And if you look over here, you see the only box that I've got checked is don't import suspected duplicates. And that way I can add images to the folder as I go. Like if I have one that's from Jasper, November 2019, I can continue to add them, and it doesn't try to re-import every image that I've got on the disk, just the new ones. And if you read up here, it says add photos to catalog without moving them. So they will stay in this folder. When I export, I don't have subfolders, anything else. I always keep them in that one spot. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go over to the backup drive, the external drive here, and I'm going to find Amicalola Falls 11/22/2019. So it's coming from my Seagate backup to the catalog, but it's just simply adding them. It's not moving them or anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click Import. And it takes just a few seconds. These are big files. This is actually Fawcett Lake. This is Amicalola Falls. And I'll have to do a little bit of work. It was raining out there as I did the images. I'll process these. It'll be in the unboxing video that I do for the lens. It came in today, and I did it part of the unboxing video earlier. And I just wanted to get some images to go with it as well. So now you know how I import images. I simply copy them from the card to a folder that I understand, and then I add them to my catalog, but leaving them in their current location. I always know where they're at. I don't ever have to worry about images disappearing or anything else being hard to find on a hard drive. They're always going to be in the hard drive where I know they're at, in the folder that I put them at to begin with. So I don't ever have to worry about that. So, okay, so if you like this content, we're going to try to do more like this, show you workflow and some other things. But we do ask that you go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you don't subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that as well. If you'd like notifications when I release a new video, you can just ring the bell down there in the corner. So thank you again, and we'll see you soon.